Every time you choose discipline, you're doing more than finishing a task. You are shaping your identity. Discipline says, I keep my promises. I do what I said I would do. I show up even when I don't feel like Welcome back to Channel Wisdom Swing. Today we dive into one of the most powerful ideas ever taught by Jim Rohn, a principle so simple, so clear, and yet so life-changing. It is this: we must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is that discipline weighs ounces, while regret weighs tons. Think about that for a moment. Two pains, both guaranteed, both waiting for us, but one pain makes you stronger, and the other pain follows you for the rest of your life. This episode will help you understand the difference. Choose the right pain, and apply this wisdom to every area of your life. So let's begin. To topic today: bring H to PA in Jim Rohn had a gift. He could take a complex idea and wrap it in a single sentence. He would say, life is like a classroom. Every lesson has a cost. And the question is not if you pay. The question is what you paid. The pain of discipline is the small discomfort you face today. Waking up early, putting in the extra work, saving instead of spending, practicing instead of procrastinating, saying no when it matters, doing the things you know you must do. It's not joyful. It's not glamorous. And sometimes it doesn't feel fair. But Jim would say, disciplines are like little weights you lift each day. They may feel heavy for a moment, but soon enough, you grow stronger. Now contrast that with the pain of regret. Regret doesn't visit you today. It doesn't show up in the morning. It waits. It accumulates. It grows quietly. One day it steps forward and says, you could have been more. You could have done more. You could have lived differently. Regret arrives late, but when it comes with full force. It weighs tons. That's why Jim Rohn urged us, almost pleaded with us, to choose discipline today, so we don't suffer regret tomorrow. The question why discipline feels hard. Jim Rohn understood people. He understood why discipline feels like such a challenge. He said, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. The difference between success and failure isn't knowledge. Most people know what to do. Most people know how to be healthier, how to improve finances, how to build relationships, how to grow skills. The problem is consistency. The problem is follow-through. The problem is the whisper that says, I'll do it tomorrow. Discipline feels hard because it demands now. Regret feels easy because it demands later. But Jim would remind us, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction tonight. A small discipline today prevents a heavy regret in the future. The compound effect of DICIP. One of Jim Rohn's greatest messages was the power of small, repeated actions. He called it the accumulated effect of discipline. Do something small every day. Read 10 pages. Save a few dollars. Walk for 10 minutes. Practice your craft for 15 minutes. At first, you don't notice anything. It seems like nothing is happening. No applause, no trophies, no big transformation. But Jim would say, that's the secret of discipline. It's quiet, it's invisible, it's slow, but then suddenly it's dramatic. Discipline compounds. Just like interest in a bank account. Discipline grows, effort grows, skill grows, confidence grows. And with time, the small disciplines become big victories. Regret also compounds, but in the other direction. A missed day becomes a missed week. A missed opportunity becomes a missed year. And eventually, a person looks back and sees a life that could have been so much more. DISCIP. Jim Rohn would often remind his audience, discipline does more than get results. It creates a person capable of results. Every time you choose discipline, you're doing more than finishing a task. You are shaping your identity. Discipline says, I keep my promises. I do what I said I would do. I show up even when I don't feel like it. I build my life on intention, not emotion. Over time, discipline becomes part of your character, and once it becomes part of your character, regret loses its power. Because people of discipline understand something essential. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. You don't need to control everything, you just need to control yourself. You don't need to win every day, you just need to keep showing up. Discipline and self-respect is also very important. Jim Rohn believed discipline wasn't just about success, it was about self-respect. He said, one of the greatest forms of self-respect is discipline. When you discipline yourself, you respect your potential. You treat your future as valuable. You recognize that your life matters. You declare that you are worthy of effort and worthy of progress. Regret attacks. Self-regret whispers. You knew better. You had time. You had chances. You didn't act. Discipline silences regret before it ever has a chance to speak. How to choose discipline every day. How do we choose discipline, especially on the days when we feel tired, overwhelmed, or discouraged? Jim Rohn offered a simple roadmap. 1. Make your reasons bigger than your excuses. Reasons drive action. Excuses block it. Find reasons that matter. Point 2. Start small, very small. Don't lift the heavy weights first. Lift the ounces. Build momentum. 3. Track your disciplines. As Jim said, What gets measured gets improved. Write it down. Make it visible. 4. Surround yourself with disciplined people. Discipline is contagious. So is regret. 5. Remember the cost of regret. Think long term. Think in decades, not days. Ask yourself, will I regret skipping this? 6. Celebrate small wins. Discipline grows stronger with acknowledgement. Recognize your effort. Reward your improvement. Jim Rohn spent his life trying to help people avoid the tragedy of regret. He knew that nothing is more painful than looking back and saying, I could have done better. I could have tried harder. I could have lived differently. So he gave us a choice. The small pain now, or the heavy pain later. The pain of discipline, or the pain of regret. And he begged us, with all wisdom and compassion, choose discipline every time, because discipline weighs ounces, and regret weighs tons. If you begin with just one small discipline today, if you take just one step, if you move in the direction of who you want to become, your future will change, your confidence will rise, your regret will fade, and your life will unfold with greater purpose, strength, and meaning. Thank you for listening to Channel Wisdom Swing. Stay disciplined, stay committed, and as Jim Rohn would say, let the disciplines you practice serve as the foundation stones for the magnificent future you're building.